In today's video, I put together a few of the more interesting ways you can make coins appear. Now, what's good about these is they're maybe better suited for smaller coins, like quarters, change you carry every day in your pocket. Let's take a look. Welcome back, and thanks for joining me again. If you're enjoying this content, what I'm doing here, the best way you can show your appreciation is just by subscribing. It really helps me out, and you'll know when I put the next video up. And if you want to take it a step further, you can throw me a dime in my tip jar in the description below. And if you really want to show your appreciation, you can buy something from my website at rickholcombmagic.com. So today is part 3 of this little series of making coins appear. So in the other 2 videos, if you haven't checked those out, I'll put a link right here. In the other 2 videos, I covered more visual ways to make coins appear, using dollar coins or maybe $half coins, where you're hiding the coin in your bare hands and pop, the coin appears. But today I wanted to get into more kind of abstract ways or just fun ways to make coins appear. And like I said, a lot of these are more well suited for smaller coins like quarters. So if you don't have anything on you except some pocket change, these will work great. So this first method would look something like this. You start with nothing in your hands. You say, I've got something right here. Sorry, it's over here. A coin. Now this is kind of old school, but it's still very effective, especially if no one's anticipating what's about to happen. So you start with the coin on your neck, and it just kind of clings there, and it's almost easier with a smaller coin like a quarter that is more lightweight, but it just rests there. And so you begin here. Now if the coin's on your right side, you will begin touching your right elbow. If you're left-handed, you put it on your left side. So you go up to your right elbow with your left hand, and that's when your right hand is grabbing the coin. You come away with nothing, and then switch positions, bringing the coin with you, and then produce it over on the other elbow. So it's really fast and easy, and like I said, a very old idea, but I've thrown this collection together, sort of these offbeat methods. Now this second method is, again, an old idea, but it's still very surprising and effective. And it would look something like this. You start with nothing in your hands. Maybe you reach out to get something, and the coin appears. And probably everyone knows this, but there's a few little pointers I have for you. So of course the coin begins on top of your head. Now, how do you get the coin there? Well, if you're brave enough, you can have it there to begin with, as you are able to keep it balanced there and walk up to somebody. Maybe this is, a quick trick you might do at work or at a party with your friends. Something just funny and surprising. Or if you're already surrounded by people, you could have that coin concealed in finger palm and just kind of scratch your head and leave it up there. Now, as far as producing it, you could get something off of their shirt or out in space. But what you want to do is bring their eyes out away from you and then back down to here. So their attention is focused downward. Or you could just slowly go like this, watch, and bring your hands down like this. And that'll bring their attention downward. Once you've got that, you just tip forward, straight forward, and you can feel where that coin is, and you're almost shooting it forward. The only other tip I have, once that coin's dropping, try to step back and put your hands out, just so you're distancing yourself from the spot where that appears and where your head is. So by the time they look up, you're like this, and you can look up too, as if it fell from the sky. Now this next method is, again, something you probably already know and already do, but I have a few tips to make it look even better. So you might have a pen in your pocket, or you might borrow this pen, which is even better. You hear something inside and produce the coin that way. So super easy, super simple. And the best part of this is there's a ton of great coin and pen effects you can do. Like David Williamson striking vanish. You can reproduce the coin out of the cap. You can do that old trick where you stick the pen behind your ear, and then you can just build phases upon phases of the coin vanishing, coming back with the pen, the coin appearing in the pen cap. So this is a great little opening piece that I still use all the time. And again, it works great with a quarter if that's all you have on you. And then you can even borrow the pen. So the first little tip I have is, normally most people keep that coin in finger palm and then just release it from finger palm. And that's okay. It looks good. And the audience, they're not anticipating what's about to happen. So you have the advantage of catching them off guard. But one thing to avoid is splaying out your fingers like this. Just loosen your grip so the coin falls out on its own. But an even better method is to get that coin into an edge grip. So you can begin by shaking. Now here you want the coin in finger palm. So you're doing a Ramsey display, but it's even more motivated by the pen, and you're trying to hear something in there. So you're subtly showing an empty hand. Now I would take the pen back into the left hand, maybe shake again, or just look at it. At this point, my right hand is repositioning that into second finger curl palm. Now, if you haven't looked at my coin drills practice video, I'll link that up here. And I show you how to transition from one palm to another. So as the left hand is here, the right hand's repositioning the coin. And then you come back up, remove the cap, and now you have this great display like this, because you're in edge grip. And now when you drop the coin, it really looks like it was just in that cap. So that's a nice little way to make this simple illusion even better. Now this last one is a great one too, kind of another old idea, but still very useful in an impromptu situation like some of these others. So you could borrow a dollar bill or whatever from someone else, or take it out of your pocket, and you could show it back and front like this and just say watch. And produce a coin that way. So this is super simple, really easy. You're just loading this coin into this dollar bill. And again, like the rest of these, you have the advantage of your audience not knowing what's about to happen. So don't be worried about holding out in finger palm as you show this dollar bill. They think you're about to do a trick with this. Something's gonna happen to this. So their attention is on the money. So you go front and back, and then just lay it across the finger palmed coin. Now you're gonna pick that up from the outside, so it's now in there. And you're gonna fold that in half and fold over again. And then just snap and let that coin slide out. And again, this is great with a quarter or whatever you have on you. A great way to do some magic just off the cuff. So that's it for this week, guys. Kind of a short video, but I appreciate you sticking with me through this little series. And let me know in the comments what you think I should do next. I enjoy the series concept because I can take a broad idea and chop it up into little sections. So let me know what you'd like to learn or talk about. And next week, I'm going to be doing a review of this book from my friend Danny Chang. Now, if you haven't heard of Danny Chang, I'll tell you all about him. And I want to take a look at some other coin guys that aren't as well known, but should be well known because they've got great talent. And so I'm started with Danny Chang's book here. So join me next week for that. See ya.